Hi friends, welcome to Easy and Home Style Cooking. I am Mrs. Ragini. Today I am going to share a curry recipe. This is very nice and healthy also, because we are going to use some cluster beans and moong dal, and we are going to make an excellent dry curry. Just take a pan. We have two processes in this. First we are going to saute this cluster beans in the oil, and the second process is we are going to take some moong dal. What I did is I have soaked the moong dal for 30 minutes and I have removed all the water, and we are going to add this in a blender. Take lot of moong dal. If you are taking 1 cup of cluster beans, then you can take 1.5 cup of moong dal and you can soak this. In this we are going to add some red chilies. Spiciness, you can add red chilies, more of it, and very little of fenugreek seeds, some salt. We are going to blend this to a coarse paste. So now dear friends, in a pan just add some oil. You can add 1 or 2 teaspoons of oil. Once the oil is hot, we are going to give a tempering, regular tempering, whichever tempering you like, you can just temper it. Some mustard seeds. So friends, here our mustard seeds are spluttering. Now we are going to add some cumin seeds, finely chopped ginger, curry leaves, some hing. Just saute this. We are going to add finely chopped onions, lot of it, and cluster beans has lot of fiber dear friends. Very little of salt, turmeric. We are not going to cook this onions because we are going to add the cluster beans. We call it in Telugu as gor chikudu. Now we are going to add the cluster beans, and we are going to cook this in this oil till it is 80% cooked, and then we are going to add our dal, which I blended it here. See, I have coarsely blended this dal, that is moong dal, with some fennel seeds and some red chilies. So here is our coarsely grounded paste. So we are going to add after 5 to 6 minutes. What I am going to do is I am just going to cover this with a lid, and I am going to cook it on a very slow flame for 5 minutes, and then we are going to add this paste. So dear friends, here you can see our cluster beans after 5 minutes of slow cooking. You can see onions also have got nice colored. For some vegetables you need not cook your onions too much, because this onions will cook along with your vegetable. Now you can see the cluster beans have cooked 80%. Now we are going to add this moong dal paste. Just remove all the moisture from your moong dal, and now mix it, and we are going to cook this for another 5 minutes till our moong dal also cooks, and this will become nice and dry. Just mix it nicely, and we are going to cover this, and we are going to cook for another 5 minutes. So dear friends, after 5 minutes of slow cooking, this dish will take little more time because we have not boiled the cluster beans and we have not cooked the dal. So we are cooking in this kadai itself. It will take little bit time. So now we are going to remove this lid, and you can see this has become nice and dry, and the dal has also cooked perfectly. You can just check the taste. Wow. Sometimes instead of making dal separate and your vegetables separate, you can make an excellent curry like this, and the salt is also perfect. I have not added too much of salt. And the last, we are going to sprinkle chopped coriander. You can just switch off the flame. Nice green color in between and red color in between, because we added the chilies, dried chilies. And if you see, our cluster beans has also cooked perfectly. The cluster beans has not overcooked. I can feel that bite from the cluster bean. I want it like that. If you want, you can boil the cluster beans separately, and then you can make this excellent dry curry with moong dal and cluster beans. The dal has cooked perfectly, a little bit chewy because we have blended the dal, and little bit of crispy because I wanted dry. So we need to increase the flame, and then we need to cook. Then you get that excellent crunchiness from your dal, and in between the fennel seeds which we added, dear friends, the flavor is so excellent. So dear friends, you need to make it and also share it with your friends and feed your family fresh food. See you in another session with some more recipes.